Fourful Moons, welcome back. The topic for today would be anxiety during a spiritual awakening. Many people start to get lots of anxiety, and it's no coincidence that it happens after a spiritual awakening. So during your childhood you don't have much anxiety, or maybe you do, and then by the time you're a teenager there's barely any anxiety. Then after your spiritual awakening you tend to get anxiety again. Now here's the thing, from 0 to 9 years old is the time you're more susceptible to programming, so that basically means that we aren't fully programmed at that time yet, but we're going to be. So we have anxiety before we're programmed, and then we get programmed, and the programming is basically that there's nothing wrong with this world, so we don't have anxiety. That it's very rare for things to happen. And then afterwards we go through the spiritual awakening and we start having anxiety again. So the thing with the spiritual awakening, if you're having anxiety at the same time and wondering why you're having so much anxiety now, a lot of the times it can be from the spiritual awakening, but you have to learn to not give in to the anxiety, because the more you do that, the more you loop your thought pattern, and the more you loop your thought pattern, the more anxiety you're going to have and chances to manifest it. So you want to start freeing your mind by not having anxiety and just relaxing. However, sometimes it can be kind of hard, but the main goal here is to free your mind of anxiety and go about your spiritual awakening without fear and without worry. Ways I've learned to do that along the way is to listen to meditation music. I use crystals like amethyst and citron and quartz, so I use those, and pretty soon I'm going to get moldavite. Moldavite is basically a form of rock that came from an asteroid, from an extraterrestrial part of space. So it hit the ground at a high speed and it created moldavite. Now when you put moldavite in your hand, it gives you lots of energy and it makes you work towards your goals. So many people think that moldavite has some sort of extraterrestrial factors to it, extraterrestrial elements. So I'm going to be looking into getting moldavite, and once I do that, that will probably help my anxiety. But I've heard some bad stories about it too, but mostly good stories, so I'm going to go with the good stories and try that. But other than that, right now I'm using amethyst and citron and quartz. So those are some of the ways I learned to cope with my anxiety, and I hope you're anxiety free, and if you aren't anxiety free, you're going to be soon, trust me. So, I'm Fourful Moons, your light in the darkest time, or your light in the lightest time. It's up to you. See you in another video.